Okay, I kind of feel like Tom Waits here. You know, the piano has been drinking, not me. Why do I care about scales? Why do I actually give a fat rat's ass about a major scale or a minor scale or anything scale? Why do I care about scales? What good does a scale do me personally? The answer is, scales are where all the good notes are. And outside the scales are where all the sour notes are. And you want to play the good notes and you don't want to play the sour notes. Scales are where all your licks are. Scales in the key you're playing in. So if you're playing in C, and I'm still using C mostly here because it's all the white keys. It's easy for you guys to see, or girls, my friends here, to see what I'm doing because I'm playing all white keys so far. Now, I'm going to go back real quick. A scale is a note, a whole step, a whole step, a half step, a whole step, a whole step, a whole step, a half step. Now, that thing's not a step. That thing is just a note. A step is motion. You don't have a step until you move. If you move to the very closest key, you moved a half a step. If you move skipping one key, you moved a whole step. If you're playing a guitar, and you move, get this thing over here where the camera can see it, you move from one fret to the very next fret, you moved a half step. If you move from one fret and skip a fret and hit the second fret, you moved a whole step. Okay, this is a D string. So that's D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So that's a C note. If I was playing it on the piano, it would be that note. First thing you know is my guitar is pretty badly out of tune for me and schlepped around all night last night to a jam. So my C note on the guitar doesn't sound like my C note on the piano, even though it should. And my guitar is annoying my piano something fierce here. Okay. So, key to the next key is a half step. Fret to the next fret is a half step. Key, skip a key and hit the second one is a whole step. Note, skip a fret, hit the second one is a whole step. Keys and frets work the same except they didn't paint any of the frets black. Now, so if I'm going to play a C chord here, notes are good notes. There aren't any sour notes there. The black keys, which are not within my C scale, are aspirin notes. They make you want to run and get an aspirin or a good cold one or something more pleasing. Now in C, you play 1, 4, 5. We covered that. So you're going to play a C chord. Then you're going to play an F chord. Aha! All of a sudden we have a new puzzle. What are the notes in the F scale? Because while I'm playing my F chord, I don't want to play any sour notes. I want to play all good notes. Well, that's not too hard. We'll just count it out. We learned how to count our scales out. We can do this. This is not going to be a problem. We start on a note. We take a whole step. We take another whole step. We take a half step. Uh-oh, the half step's a black key. Well, I guess we'll have to use it. Now we're going to take a whole step. That means we're not going to use this white key. We're going to use this white key. And another whole step. And another whole step. And a half step. So we went root note, whole step, half step, whole step, half step. That thing there is a B flat. Not that you have to learn that. That won't be on the test. But that's what that is. So, but you'll notice that aside from that one black key, all the rest of my keys were white keys. So in my F scale, my F chord, I'm going to be pretty cool just using my white keys. See, it's okay. In fact, my F chord consists of an F note. Okay, we know how to do this. F, G, A, B, C. Well, the B doesn't fit because it's got to be a B flat. So, but my finger on my F chord is on the F note. I skip the G note, the A note. I skip the B or the B flat, either way, the C note. Well, funny, my C chord is a C note, an E note, a G note. So in my F chord, I've still got my C note. So I'm pretty much good to go on these white keys. Now another thing to keep in mind when you're picking keys is that two notes right side by side, even if they're in the right same scale, usually will make your ears hurt. That's not a good sound. You need a little more space for your ears to be happy with it. So while you're picking white keys, okay, I'm on the C note here. I'm not going to pick my D note because it's just too close. Because splits. I think my batteries are dying. Maybe I ought to plug this thing in, you think? So, the reason you care about a scale is because that's where all the good notes are. The reason you don't want to play things that aren't in your scale yeah, my batteries are about dead. The reason you don't want to play things that are outside your scale is because those are your sour notes. If you want to play licks, if you're playing a chord, you play a C chord, and you want to walk up to the next chord, well, walk on notes that are in that white note pattern. The notes in your scale are your good notes. That's why you care about a scale.